Barry Bonds was born to be great. Baseball royalty, unmatched talent, and a one-in-a-billion prodigy. He could have been the hero of the sport, but instead, he became its most controversial figure. How did someone so gifted become the villain in America's favorite game? Was it the media, the jealousy, or something darker? His records are untouched, but so is the debate. This is the story of how Barry Bonds went from being the golden child to being the most feared and hated name in baseball. And trust me, you have never heard it told like this. Barry Bonds wasn't just a baseball player, he was built for it. His dad was a star in the MLB, his godfather was one of the greatest ever, and his cousin was a Hall of Famer too. With that kind of family, it felt like Barry was born to take over the game. And he did. As a teenager, he was already smashing the ball and running like the wind. By the time he got to college, everyone knew he had crazy talent. But that was also when people started to see another side of him. At Arizona State, he was the best player on the field, no question. But being the best didn't mean people liked him. His teammates didn't cheer him on. They voted to kick him off the team. He acted like he was better than everyone, and the team felt it. He once left the field in the middle of a game just because he needed the bathroom. His coach asked the team if they wanted him gone. Everyone but two said yes, but they kept him anyway. Why? Because he was too good to lose. When the Pittsburgh Pirates drafted Barry, he moved through the minor leagues in record time and quickly became one of the best players in the majors. Gold gloves, MVPs, home runs. You name it, he had it all. But behind the scenes, the drama followed him. He got into fights with his teammates. On one flight, he actually threw a pizza in someone's face. Once, the entire team even turned on him during a fight in the locker room. Fans didn't just dislike him, his team couldn't stand him. Still, Barry dominated on the field. He made it clear he wanted to be paid what he was worth. When the Pirates wouldn't give him a $3 million deal, he warned them they'd regret it. They didn't pay up. Instead, they paid another player, who wasn't even close to Barry's level, more money. That pushed Barry over the edge. He didn't just complain. He reportedly tried to fight the team's general manager during the negotiations. In spring training, things exploded. Barry snapped at reporters for filming him. He argued with coaches. His manager tore into him in front of everyone. That moment was caught on camera, and it became a turning point.
A Pirates employee confronted him, saying that the cameras were asked to be there, and Bonds fought back.
You know, you need to my face, all right? You don't say it, I say it.
Then, a Pirates coach confronted Bonds. Not liking how Bonds was addressing the coach,
The media pounced. They painted Barry as a nightmare. Every bad thing he'd ever done, every rumor, came pouring out. But even with the press against him, he kept smashing records. He was still in his prime. But when the playoffs came, something changed. Barry's regular season greatness didn't carry over. He struggled. Critics said he choked in the biggest moments. His playoff numbers were weak, and fans blamed him for his team missing out on the World Series. Still, when free agency hit, the San Francisco Giants handed him the biggest contract ever. That deal was supposed to be a fresh start, but instead, it marked the next chapter in a career that was about to become even more chaotic. Barry's move to San Francisco came with big hopes. The Giants paid him more than any player had ever been paid at the time, and they even hired his dad as a coach.
Doing it up again in college basketball, and now you have Barry Bonds heading west.
Yeah, good news for Giant fans. Baseball's richest contract handed out. National League most valuable player, Barry Bonds, agreed to a 6-year contract with the Giants worth in excess of $43 million.
It's going home and being with my family, my parents. My dad played there, so it kind of means something right now. 24 is great, my godfather, and I get choked up right now, so I'm not going to do that. I'll let you guys know everything tomorrow.
Thanks, Barry.
Okay.
He's excited. You're excited. You are excited.
That's the big boys, It's fun, dude.
Barry was finally back home, playing for the team where his father and godfather had made history. In his first year with the Giants, he put up monster numbers. His batting average was over 330, and he had more than 40 home runs. He also led the league in runs batted in. He won another MVP, his third one. But despite the success, the headlines weren't just about his game. In the background, Barry's personal life was falling apart. He was in the middle of a very public divorce, and things got worse when an adult film actress claimed he got her pregnant. That turned out to be false, but the media ran with it. Then came accusations from his ex-wife of domestic violence. While all this drama was happening, Barry kept playing at a high level. But it was clear, he wasn't just a baseball player anymore. He was turning into a lightning rod for controversy. When Barry returned to Pittsburgh, hoping to be at least greeted with some respect, the fans booed him. They threw fake dollar bills on the field. His former teammates ignored him. It was like they wanted to erase erase every good thing he did for the team. The media didn't help either. They wrote story after story about how arrogant and selfish he was. Even when he was playing well, the focus was on his behavior, not his performance. Things got worse in 1996 when Barry shoved a reporter for making him wait. That story only added to the pile. He had become the guy everyone loved to hate. But through all of it, Barry kept putting up insane numbers. For 6 straight seasons, he made the All-Star team. He hit over 40 home runs more than once, and his on-base plus slugging, known as OPS, was through the roof. Then came the late 90s. Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa were crushing home runs and turning baseball into a highlight show. Barry watched as they got all the attention, even though he had better stats in almost every category. That's when people believed Barry made his decision. If everyone else were getting ahead by using steroids, maybe he would too. By the time 2001 rolled around, Barry didn't just look different. He was different. He had bulked up big time. His body had changed so much that people were starting to talk. That season, he hit 73 home runs, the most in a single season in baseball history. He was breaking records almost every time he stepped on the field. His slugging percentage and OPS reached levels nobody had ever seen before. Pitchers were so afraid of him that they started walking him on purpose, even when the bases were loaded. That's how dangerous he was. But with all the success came more whispers. People were suspicious, and soon it wouldn't just be rumors. It would become the story that defined the rest of Barry Bonds' career. The rumors about steroids turned into serious questions. In 2003, federal agents raided a company called BALCO, and Barry's name came up in the investigation. It was the first time he was officially linked to performance-enhancing drugs. The media exploded. Every press conference turned into questions about steroids. Barry said he didn't know what he was taking, claiming he thought it was flaxseed oil. Almost no one believed him. Meanwhile, he kept crushing the ball. From 2002 to 2004, he won 3 more MVP awards and kept leading the league in every major hitting stat. But even though he was still dominating, the shadow of steroids never left. Fans were now divided. Some still admired his greatness, while others saw him as a cheater, and the pressure was only going to get worse.